This video is a continuation of all the Forsaken killer skins and its lore. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, feel free to click the card in the top right corner. 1x1. Guardian turns 1x1 into a guardian of, nature? They have a gladiator helmet with green spikes with an image of the earth at the top, yellow arms and legs with green and black stripes, circles with a picture of the earth on their knees and elbows, and they wield the mythic sword of the earth instead of the old sword. The mythic sword of the earth is light green with a jade as the centerpiece of the hilt, a shiny sleek blade, and flowers sprouting from the blade. This skin had a bug that let it be bought from the shop for 1,000 player points, without having to spend 399 Robux on the Earth Day pass. This bug was fixed, and it was removed from the shop shortly after. But if you were fortunate enough to buy the skin in the shop before the bug was fixed, you would still have it. This skin's description is, for the Earth. Evil green skeleton completely changes 1x1's body into the Roblox skeleton bundle. The skeleton itself is green with a very bright green hue. This skin is a reference to Green Skeleton from Stuck Inside Green Skeleton verse. It costs 600 player points, and the description is very similar to an iconic line that Green Skeleton says, "Is he green and mean?" Green Guest is a reference to an old, admittedly really goofy rumor. It was kind of similar to Guest 666 being Green Guest. Like, Guest 666 was known for being able to do things other guests couldn't. One of these things was admin commands, which is what he was mostly known for. He would hack Life in Paradise with other guests who were a part of the same rumor: Blue Guest, Red Guest, and Purple Guest. The actual skin gives 1x1 the Billy Bloxer clothes with the Dominus Messer and green skin. There's actually 2 guest-based killers coming to the game, Guest 666 and Guest 1458, both of which are somewhat related to Guest 1337, but the only thing Guest 1337 and Green Guest have in common is they're both guests. The skin costs 700 player points, and its description is, all of the fire was green. Hacklord turns 1x1 into an evil alternate version of Shedletsky. Hacklord goes by either Erkling Shedletsky or Hacklord Shedletsky. He has a black cloak with a green finish, black pants, gray shoes, 3 green belts, a dull coffin around his back tied down by green chains, yellow skin, outgrown hair, a skull mask that covers half of his face, a black greatsword covered in green barbs, custom animations for every ability, new sound effects, and new visual effects. This version of Shedletsky has only one goal, which is to kill every version of Shedletsky. There's also a version of Bright Eyes who has the same goal, to kill every version of Bright Eyes. This skin is only obtained by getting the "for the outcome is already decided" achievement, which originally could be obtained by killing 100 Shedletsky users as 1x1 using your M1, but this has since been changed to just killing 50 Shedletsky users with 1x1. Spoiler warning for Limbus Company's Canto 6, because even in Forsaken you aren't safe from spoilers. In case you wanted to know why Hacklord also goes by Erkling Shedletsky, this skin is a reference to Erkling Heathcliff, a mirrored version of Heathcliff who wanted to kill all of the other Heathcliffs because he wanted revenge for the death of his lover Catherine. Shedletsky disguises himself as 1x1, similarly to how Erkling Heathcliff disguised himself as Matt, the Dead Rabbit's boss. This skin's original Last Man Standing theme, A Creation of Sorrow, was remixed and used in-game, but it was just a placeholder for the actual upcoming theme. This skin used to have voice lines too, but they were scrapped because 1x1 has too many skins with voice lines, those skins being Betrayed, One Eggs, and Lancer. For a skin, this is sounding more like a killer than anything. There was even a discussion about it having a custom win screen. Surprisingly enough, after everything that's been discussed, this skin's still not fully finished, as it has no official custom chase theme or Last Man Standing theme because it was likely rushed to release with Noli. It'll likely be fully completed in later updates. In case you were wondering how some of this skin's animations work, because it only has one sword and some of 1x1's abilities use 2, there's a fix for that, kind of. When killing a Shedletsky, Hacklord literally uses his coffin and cuts through him, using the coffin. The coffin itself has a sword inside that is used to make up for Hacklord missing one. The description for this insane skin is, thus approaches the final chapter of this tale. Pride is part of the Pride Month series of skins. Other characters included in this series are Chance, Two Time, and Noob. This skin has the same color palette as the gender fluid flag because 1x1 is canonical gender fluid. Currently, this is the first and only Pride skin for a killer. It costs 850 player points, and its description is, my name is 1x1 and you're all dead cause I slash you. I also go by any/all. Green Envy is a reference to the Green Envy boss from Keyboard Hero, Arena, a very old Roblox game. He has a 2.0 body, green clothes, spiky green hair that I forgot the name of, a green domino crown, and what I think is a bandana. This skin costs 900 player points, and its description is, equip the keyboard and then type in the name of the enemies to kill them. Illumina is based on the Illumina sword from Sword Fights on the Heights. It's the same sword Shedletsky uses in his Milestone 4 skin. This skin takes the color scheme of that sword and inverts it to make the skin look more heavenly. It even has a barely noticeable halo. This skin costs 1000 player points, and its description says better than ever. Lancer is a collab skin for the game Postmortem. More specifically, it is based on Lancer. This skin has choppy animations, custom voice lines, and will release a special theme in the future, though I don't know if it will be either a last man standing theme or a chase theme. This skin costs 1000 player points, and its description is Gloria Eterna. XX Ace of Spades XX, or Ace, turns 1x1 into a character from the Recall Hollow Heart ARG. He's friends with Dragon Dudes 3, and they are part of a small friend group that made machinima videos before mysteriously disappearing without a trace. This skin has custom animations, custom models for the zombies used in Rejuvenation, custom sound effects, custom entanglement pop-ups, and even custom intros and victory screens. Everything but a last man standing and chase theme. The skin's appearance is based on Ace's post-influence form. He has white skin, a monochrome color palette, no face, stars that float around him, a Disney XD skateboard helmet, a jacket, lava rock pants, a sword pack on his back. He wields 2 metallic monochromatic swords, and the custom zombies mentioned before are eclipsed versions of the survivors, removing their faces and giving them a monochrome color palette. Quick summary of the ARG, so spoilers coming up. Ace was a normal Roblox player who was a fan of Sonic games until he disappeared after encountering the Influence, who corrupted his game while he was trying to record an introductory video for his channel and caused him to be presumed dead. Now Ace is being used as a host by the Influence to wander the Eclipse, all the other infected games, and spy on Ace's friend group. This is a really brief summary that doesn't do the ARG justice. I heavily recommend checking it out for yourself.
Or if you want us to cover it in an every Roblox ARG explain video, feel free to let us know.
The description for this skin is we don't have to reach you, and it costs 1000 player points. Blue Steel themes 1x1 around the Blue Steel series. They have a light blue hue, the Blue Steel horns of pawnage, the Blue Steel domino crown, and some shoulder pauldrons. Not much else to say about this skin. It's essentially just a blue version of the original, but with horns and shoulder pauldrons. It costs 1000 player points, and its description is I'm blue. Toon gives 1x1 a cartoony styled appearance. The face is completely remastered, and the zombies are cartoonish with large black eyebrows, green cell shading, and reused voice lines from the Betrayed skin. The voice lines are probably going to be changed in the future. This skin would be a lot better if it itself had custom voice lines or a custom theme. Maybe an 8-bit version of the normal chase theme or something. For 1750 player points, it's not really worth it. Fleskirta turns 1x1 into the YouTuber Fleskirta, a Roblox YouTuber who was very popular during 2007 to 2008 for their blooper videos. They were one of the first ever Domino Crown owners. Before their account got terminated, like 90% of people who own rare items on old accounts. The skin itself has a police hat, a blue head, a police shirt, a blue left arm, a sleeve over the right arm, a black left leg, a blue right leg, and choppy animations. It costs 1900 player points, and its description is,
I like this place. Seriously. Smiley face.
D.Va turns 1x1 into D.Va from the game project D.Va, Deep Blue, which is a horror series run by Mirage Lilith. The series is about vocal synthesizer characters interacting with an alternate version of Hatsune Miku, who is named D.Va. This skin has a darker and higher contrast color palette, porcelain skin, a face with cracks and a portion of it missing, dead flesh that is slightly obscured by her hair, a sinister grin, a microphone in her right hand, and a blade in the left made of twisted and bent pieces of metal. She has a custom chase theme, a custom victory theme, and a custom last man standing theme with Ghoul 2 time. The description, all eyes on her, is a quote that references a line in A Sadist's Whisper. This skin costs 3500 player points, making it the second most expensive 1x1 skin. Cool Kid. Milestone 1 gives Cool Kid a brighter skin tone, shrunken eyes, black text on his torso, small red horns that curve inwards, and a tail. The render for this skin is just Cool Kid with his sword, staring at the camera with the words, "Today," on the top left corner. Milestone 2 gives Cool Kid a dark red cape, bigger horns, and particles around his neck that are the same as the ones emitting from the Cool GUI. The render for this skin is once again Cool Kid with his sword, but this time he seems to be inside a building with various survivors who are corrupted by the Cool GUI, and the text Cool Kid can be seen in the bottom left corner. Milestone 3 gives Cool Kid more sporadic corruption particles on his arms and shoulders, corrupted rings around his arms, even bigger horns, a darker skin tone, a bigger cape, and red slits in his eyes. There's also a custom kill animation that features Cool Kid grabbing the victim by the neck, throwing them backwards, and then setting them on fire using the Cool GUI. This kill animation applies to every survivor except 7 and 7. When 7 and 7 is killed, Cool Kid gives him a big hug until the Cool GUI appears and sets 7 and 7 on fire. There is a theory that Cool Kid killing 7 and 7 7 here isn't intentional because it looked like the Cool GUI acted on its own, and Cool Kid quickly tries to close it. This skin will come with a custom chase theme and custom voice lines in the future. Currently, there's a bug with both this and Milestone 4, where the Cool GUI capsule that is usually only shown during kill animations can be seen in the center of Cool Kid. If you kill 7 and 7 or his clone with a punch using this skin and Milestone 4, you'll get an extra 2.5 seconds added to the round timer. The render for this skin is kinda distorted, and Cool Kid is standing in the middle of a burning building that's most likely the work at a pizza place restaurant. The text for this one is on the right, and it says forever. Milestone 4 gives Cool Kid a hood, larger horns, white glowing slits in his eyes, and the corruption is increased even more. The kill animation for this one is the same as Milestone 4, including the special one you get by killing 7 and 7. Just like Milestone 3, a custom chase theme and voice lines have yet to be added. The render for this skin puts Cool Kid in an entirely different environment, and he has his pizza clones on both sides standing behind him. The text for this one is Robloxia is ours to conquer. Color and Electricity is based on a music video with the same name. Cool Kid turns dark gray with evil eyes that make a V shape, a mischievous expression, a necklace made up of large rainbow beads, and a custom chase theme and custom minions. The minions can either spawn as pink, red, blue, and green. Yellow got removed for some reason. The custom chase theme is titled FF9CAE. CAE stands for Color and Electricity, while FF9CAE is a reddish-pink hue made of 100% red. Also, it's a reference to the song. The creator of the song Muship knows the skin exists and has thanked Forsaken for introducing more people to the song. The description, I want to become the gentle hue, only for you, the pretty yellow I knew, is a reference to the English cover of the song, and the skin costs 1050 player points. Pajama Kid gives Cool Kid a light red colored onesie with 5 buttons, a tail, and eyes on the sides of the hood. This skin is a reference to Cool Kid's love for Draco Bloxers, as the onesie is made to resemble one. The description Freaky Creatures Monster Party is a reference to a line in the song Turn the Lights Off by Tally Hall. The skin costs 700 player points. Cool Kid with a K is like an alternate version of Cool Kid. Not really, they just sound the same. Cool Kid is the Kool-Aid Man if it went on a killing spree. Honestly, I could believe it. It has a sun hat with a red bow, a dark linen shirt, maroon shorts and shoes, the words Team Cool Kid Buy and Drink 90% off today on its torso, a white outline around its body that looks like glass, and ice cubes inside its body that make it look like, well, Kool-Aid. This skin was a concept suggested by @AzorWraths on Twitter, and it was modeled by @SuperBunker6. Cool Kid is 9 years old, and it was created by Burgern7 using the Cool GUI. Cool Kid is extremely weird and random. The hat it wears is stolen. Its contrast gets higher when it's upset. It crawls on all fours when chasing someone, though not in-game. And it is completely aware that it is killing people, and only does it for its dad's attention. Its description is, buy and drink 90% off today, and it costs 900 player points. Mafioso turns Cool Kid into a mafia boss. Mafioso might as well be his own killer because he's got lore, and he plays a part in Chance's lore, making him the only skin to be semi-canon. He comes with his own custom kill animation, custom mafia-themed minions, a custom intro, visual changes to all of Cool Kid's abilities, a custom chase theme, voice lines, a yellow skin tone, a black fedora that casts a shadow over his eyes for aura farming, a black suit, a white dress shirt, a striped tie, black pants, polished shoes, a long black overcoat, and a small golden pocket watch. Mafioso didn't really have any proper lore until after the Noli update. His real name is Don Sonellino. He's the head of the Mafia family. He ran a casino, and that's where he met Chance, who later became on good terms with the rest of the family. Sadly, Chance is a greedy pet simulator developer, so when he won a rigged game and took the prize, he ran away and ruined his reputation in the family. Now, because Chance is an idiot and decided to scam the literal mafia, he's indebted to the Sonellinos. Now onto some extra information that like 90% of you already knew. Mafioso was originally a collab skin that was created for the Frozen Soul, formerly known as Dream Game X Forsaken Collab, but because the Forsaken fandom is up there with the My Hero Academia fandom, in terms of degeneracy, the Frozen Soul developers pulled permissions and basically cut ties with Forsaken. As a result, Mafioso was redesigned, and his redesign was based on Key After Key's Mafioso design. Despite being redesigned, some of the voice lines are still inspired by the original Frozen Soul ones. If you somehow manage to get Mafioso low on health, unlike most characters, he doesn't limp. Instead, he just aura farms and pretends the pain doesn't exist. His description is, never mess with the Sonellinos, and he is the most expensive Cool Kid skin, costing 2,777 player points. Jason, Subject Zero, costing 3,000 points. The Subject Zero skin gives Jason an all-white body and a white mask with a smile, covering up something sinister. He wields a white sword and is the second skin to have only one weapon. When Jason goes into raging pace, Jason will lose the mask, revealing 2 blank black eyes and a bloody smile with teeth. This skin is a reference to Subject Zero of Party EXE, a horror ending-based game. Pursuer. Costing 2,500 points, the Pursuer skin transforms Jason into the Pursuer from the game Die of Death, giving him a gray, grainy texture with a white head, green eyes, and smile. The ability animations are changed to match that of Die of Death. Behead becomes Cleave, Gashing Wound becomes Howl, and Raging Pace becomes Stalk. Executioner. Costing 800 points, the Executioner's skin gives Jason the appearance of the Axeman from Resident Evil Afterlife 3D. He wears a torn up black shirt and pants with chains around his wrists and a black hood. Rather than having the chainsaw during his Raging Pace, it is replaced with a massive battle axe and becomes surrounded by a dark smoky aura. Killer Kyle. Costing 1,000 points, the Killer Kyle turns Jason into the Masked Killer from the Roblox movie The Masked Killer 2, the second part. With an all navy blue body, a black bandana, and a shirt reading KK Killer Kyle, it is one of the more boring skins compared to other options. This skin also replaces the machete with the linked sword, and has retro animations similarly to Retro Jason. John Doe. Butcher. Note, do not be confused with the Jason skin. When equipped, he has a deformed face, with his right spike left hand and head covering in flesh, a black wrinkly suit, a hook on the tip of his right spike, and a red symbol that I can't find the reference, which is probably resembling his torso or somewhat like that. This skin is based on the Hillbilly in DBD, one of the killers in that game. Hillbilly, real name Max Thompson Jr., was born deformed with the face that he grew up with until his adult life, and was ostracized by even his parents and friends, and lashed out with all of his anger on killing animals at first, and sought out revenge on others who had wronged him in the past. Its description when bought says, an eye for an eye, which could mean two things of reciprocal justice. One being that he lost his eye deformed, which Max took his mother's eye in exchange. Or it could mean the fact that he could take on the survivors who have wronged him in the past and kill them the same way they killed him inside. This skin can be bought for 550 player points. 2017. When equipped, he has the Water and Fire Adidas hoodie, a holiday crown, a paper hat with the beautiful hair accessory, the know-it-all grin face, the sword pack back accessory, black jeans with sneakers, and a right spike and left hand completely turned into ice, along with natural malevolence, corrupt energy, and digital footprint being the same. This skin is based on Roblox RP avatars from 2017. When avatars like this are in a trend of cool, you may say. Its description when bought says, cool, rich, demon, awesome, free RP, which is a reference to a common format of their bios in any game that is mainly used for roleplaying. This skin can be bought for 700 player points. Geometry. When equipped, he has a pink torso, black legs, white sleeve and head, a slightly deformed happy face, a rock-like corruption with a tower-like structure as his spike, custom intro, outro, sound effects, natural malevolence, corrupt energy, and digital footprint, a name tag above him that says the same name, and a repurposed chase theme that was removed initially for another John Doe skin. This skin is from the D.Va Does Tutorials 33 ARG, where D.Va, the main protagonist of the ARG, tries to dig deeper into World Tower defense, but encounters doppelgangers, weird dimensions, and things that don't even exist in the game. Geometry serves as a supporting character in the ARG, along with D.Va and Z7K, although Geometry is ambiguous to his appearance and his knowledge of both his friends and the environment that he seemingly goes to. The tower-like spike on his right arm is probably referencing one of the towers that D.Va has climbed to in the remains. The flower on his right eye is referencing the area where D.Va kills another doppelganger named James Warrior 14 in the same area. And the tree-like corruption might be referencing the Illuminator Tower and World Tower Defense, which, when max leveled, shows a similar design that previously killed the doppelganger of D.Va. Its description when bought says, I've always been here, referencing one of his lines in one of the episodes. This skin can be purchased for 1,500 player points. Annihilation. When equipped, he has black legs, torso, and head, which are outlined pink. Both of his arms are segmented pink blocks with his signature spikes and claws, a pink triangle with a smaller white on the inside, a smiling face with one of his eyes pink that's always watching, and a black eye, a pink crown with the same triangle upside down, a black cape, small circles as his shoulders, and custom intro and outro, LMS, natural malevolence, digital footprint, corrupt energy, chase theme, and even a custom emote that's just him shredding the guitar and breaking it. This skin is based on The Boss from Just Shapes and Beats from. JSAB is a bullet hell where you play as a small cube to avoid the pink projectiles or obstacles, with some of the OST playing in the background, or a mix of Geometry Dash and Toho if you think about it. The boss is one of the enemies you encounter in the game and is the main antagonist for the blue cube to face. In the intro, he references original sound effects such as the beat points and revive SFX and JSAB, and he says, "You have been destroyed," which is a reference to the song Annihilate as its OST in the same game. The LMS theme between Friend Elliot and Annihilation John Doe is a remix of Close to Me, a song that's also in the same game. The custom outro features the same Elliot being killed by Annihilation, and his emote just references him shredding the guitar in the same game. Its description when bought says gaming, which probably doesn't reference anything and is probably a joke. This skin can be purchased for 2,000 player points. If you like this video, you will definitely love this video featured on screen. Comment below what Roblox topic you want to see covered next, and be sure to subscribe since we are super close to 100K. See you soon.